It says we're live.
This is the first time I've done this.
It says we're live. Okay, send out the notifications. Oh, gotta wait people to come in. Okay. See what's going on. Oh, okay. There's Cheryl. What's up, Cheryl? How you doing? I know we haven't done a live in a while, so it's gonna be good to see everybody. There's Dawn.
Hi. Hello.
Oh, I can wave. We can wave. We're waving. Oh, we're gonna give it a few minutes.
Hello.
There's Stephanie.
Oh wait, yeah.
We're gonna wave.
I'll do the real waves. You can do the other waves.
Yes. Look at this. Hey. Give people a few moments. Cheryl said all is good. Hey. She ain't wear her t-shirt.
I didn't wear my shirt. I was still in fall today.
Yeah. So we're going to give it a few minutes to let people start chiming in since the notification has went out. And we were thinking probably to do like the live since we're both here in San Diego from like someplace scenic, the ocean or the mountains.
That would be nice.
Yeah, or the desert. But no, we're inside. So yeah, cool. Couple more minutes, let a few other people join us, and then we're gonna get started. Of course, you all know that this interview will still be on our Instagram feed. And also, it's gonna go up on our website.
Which is recently launched, by the way, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's 2021. Getting things done.
That's right.
And so, as you guys can see, we have Jasmine Taylor with us. And, as far as meeting, I think we should include that.
Yeah.
I met Jasmine, what was it? February?
April.
It was April?
You didn't even know when we met. We met in April. We met April 24th, 2021.
She just put me out there, y'all. She was like, you don't even know when we met.
And I know that because it's my dad's birthday.
Okay.
So it's like a significant day.
See?
Yeah, but no, it was also the day we met too. So that's why I remember the date, like to the T.
And we were at this event that was showcasing some landscape photographers. So, I'm looking at the paperwork and I'm like, there's another Black female landscape photographer. And that's how we met.
Yeah.
There, right there. I was like, you know how it is, y'all. We be on the island thinking that we by ourselves. We out here with our little Wilson soccer ball. Like, Wilson, it's just me and you. And then it's
cameras.
like,
with cameras.
Oh, yeah, that's
with
it.
With our Canon cameras.
Canon.
Oh.
She said it.
Wait, Keisha's in the chat now. Wait.
She said it, Keisha.
Yeah.
Canon.
I didn't mean that. I just saw that Keisha was here.
It's in her heart.
I didn't mean that.
It's in her heart. Yeah.
Hi, Keisha. Hey.
So, what'd she say? She said, hey, ladies. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to let Jasmine introduce herself to everyone, and we will then proceed with our interview. We're going to try and behave. I was going to bring some champagne.
Ooh, you should have.
I told Keisha, I was like, I'm going to bring some champagne. And I was like, oh no, we'll be in here popping bottles.
Oh no, wait, we're getting a divorce?
Because she said Canon.
I'm still shopping though, so I haven't committed just yet. I think we can keep this going. I mean, I still love all the photos I was able to take with Sony while I had it. So, can we make up? I haven't fully committed yet, so.
Anyway.
Yeah. But anyway.
All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started and introducing Jasmine Taylor, and she is a landscape photographer. I'm gonna let her go ahead and introduce herself.
Okay, so my name is Jasmine Taylor. I live here in San Diego. I've been here since 2012. I was in the U.S. Navy.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support. I did one term and got out. It wasn't really for me. And since then, I've gone back to school. I went back to school for photo and digital imaging. I just recently finished my degree in May. So, it was kind of like a lifelong goal of mine to go back to school for photography because for so long I put it off. At one point I was a nursing student. I also studied criminal justice at one point, so I worked in retail. I've done a little bit of everything, but photo has always been the one thing that's never quite like left my interest. So as much as I've tried to put it off, I've always been this person. And so now I feel like I'm living as myself freely, being an artist and owning it. So that's who I am in a nutshell, is I'm an artist. And I've always been an artist. And now I'm living out that dream of just being myself. It's crazy.
Yeah, what other person should you be?
Not who people tell me I should be, and that's who I was. But that's what I was doing, is being who I thought people thought I should be, and not the artist I've always been, because it's not lucrative or it's not a real job. But here I am.
Yeah, it's like finding your passion.
Yeah.
You know. So with that being said, and you're talking about your photography, how long have you been in photography? Was it since it was when you got out of the Navy, or when was it where you're like, I'm doing it?
So, I mean, it's been like a lifelong journey because I really picked up my first camera probably around like age 8.
Okay, what camera was that? Was it a Canon?
I don't remember specifically. My grandma, she worked for Kodak and Konica.
Oh my god.
So like we had disposable cameras. She had different like brands just laying around the house, and that's kind of like how I stumbled into it. I don't remember specifically if it was Canon, but I do remember shooting on an Olympus at one point.
Okay.
That was thrown in the mix. Lots of disposable cameras. I got my first Canon when I was 16 though. That's when I took my first photo class. I did a high school darkroom class, and that's what I used.
What camera was that?
I don't even remember. It was an auto load Canon camera, but it was Canon. And that's kind of like how I got into Team Canon, because like the camera I shoot with currently is Canon. So, but that's pretty much how it started. Like it's a lifelong thing, and then I got back into it after I got out of the Navy.
Okay.
And it's kind of just been like my healing, my therapy.
Now, when you were in the Navy, were you also taking pictures?
No, I was an operations specialist, and that's like, what is the simplest way I can describe it? I used to track radar on a scope, and like you're sitting in a dark, cold room for hours at a time. I probably worked up to like 80 hours a week underway. I managed all of the ship's training for 300 something people on board. I was a training petty officer. I was the... So
no time to do any pictures, when you were done with your ship?
And it wasn't even like a thought in my mind. I was doing mind-numbing work.
Oh, that's fucking...
It was terrible.
Mind-numbing. I need that.
It was mind-numbing, and I wasn't able to
I need to
like...
have a shirt that says, I avoid mind-numbing.
Exactly. I wasn't an artist at all. So, like, this is complete opposite of what I am now.
Okay.
So now that since I left in 2016, I'm fully able to express myself.
So what is it about photography, or what is the areas that you feel you're more drawn to? Be it landscape, nature, flowers, what catches your attention?
Nature.
Okay.
I've always been out like an outdoorsy girl. I love flowers, of trees. I recently went to Hawaii, and like aside from...
She did. If y'all go to her page, she was in Hawaii.
Yeah. Like, aside from the water, like, it's beautiful flowers and trees and all these beautiful plants you see in people's yards, like, all around, but they grow in nature, guys, believe it or not. And it was just amazing. It was amazing. Waimea Falls is my new favorite location. Like,
oh, what's the name of it?
Waimea Falls.
Waimea. Okay. And what island in Hawaii?
Oahu.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just green and beautiful, and I live for it. So definitely nature photography is my favorite. I love architecture photography. What else do I love? Pretty much everything. Like, I'm not really opposed to much, maybe except for like portraiture.
Okay.
I'm selective when it comes to portraiture because like, one, the retouching, it's not really my thing. I can do it.
Can you take 50 pounds off of me?
I'm trained to do it, but it's just like I'd rather not sit at my computer all day doing retouching. And
Okay, let me take the blender.
I have the utmost respect for people who do it though, because that's where the money's at, honestly. That's where the real skill is at. But it's just like, it's not my thing. I'd rather be outdoors shooting, exploring. I love traveling.
Yeah, because Mother Nature is challenging.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
That's the thing.
It
It's
is.
like when you're out taking pictures, and ideally when you're like, oh, we might have a banging sunset or something, and you have that adrenaline rush because you have a vision in your head.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, and if it's like, she changes the scope. It's not a banging sunset. We have clouds. What do I do now?
Yeah, exactly.
So it really forces your creativity.
And problem solving, like in the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So while most people feel that it is the camera rather than the photographer that creates the image, I love these questions. What do you feel is most important? The camera, the photographer's eye, or both?
I say obviously it's a combination of both. You need the medium to make the image, but the thing I always say is that anyone can be a photographer, but it's the eye or the vision that separates photographers from artists. So that's that. That's how I feel about that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you feel is the hardest part of photography?
The hardest part is probably like organization. Organization and having to keep up with so many thousands of files, especially now in the digital age. I manage most of mine through Lightroom. I probably have over 12,000 photos in my Lightroom catalog, and that's just since 2018.
So like, what's your workflow? So you go out, you take pictures. I'm curious because I know my strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, oh, location? Cool, I'm gone. And then it's like, I'll come back, I'll, put the images, upload them, and they'll go in a folder. But I might have stuff that I haven't looked at since I put it in the folder for like years because, there's people that I'll talk to and they'll bring up a location. And then it's like, oh, let's go. So I'm like always on the go.
Yeah, true.
So what is your workflow like? So when you go out, like you went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And you came back, you put your pictures, added it to your 12,000 existing images.
Right.
When do you go back to those images and either post them to your website? She also has a website, and I'll give you her address.
Plug.
So when do you do that? So, yeah.
Okay, listen. So I told myself I wasn't going to do this, but I brought my laptop to Hawaii with me. So I do it right then and there. I try not to sit on my photos. I try and get them off of my card as soon as possible because you never know what could happen. I'll talk more about that later. So I get them off and onto my hard drive.
Okay.
And then I immediately bring everything into Lightroom. That's how I organize and catalog everything. So then I'll go through and start making my picks. I'll do that with the flags, or then I can start rating them also. You have the option to do 1 or 5 stars, so I could also do that too.
Okay.
And that's just in the first look. Sometimes when I immediately look at my photos right after the shoot, I'll hate them, but then I'll come back the next day and I'll like them. So I'll do that first little quick glance through and pick some I really
So
like.
never deleting the images.
No, I don't delete them. I just keep going to the catalog, and that's why I like Lightroom. So that's how I keep organized, and then from there, I'm free to shoot again, but I can't just sit with them in my computer without looking. I have to at least look and know what I had and then start again instead of, building up hundreds and hundreds of files and never knowing exactly what's there. You could be missing some good stuff. Angela? So I'm just saying.
I know my strengths and weaknesses.
So I have to look. I had anxiety. I had to look. I had to know what I did. So
that's why we're having this interview, because everybody has their workflow, and this is to help us all get, inspired and take note that everyone is not slow like me. Like, what? Sit still.
Fire. Don't even know it.
I am. I know I am. I really am. What do you feel to be most challenging as it relates to capturing your subject matter?
When I go out unprepared. Or if if I don't have the right lens to capture something, let's say if I'm walking around the city and I bring a wide angle lens, or I'm stuck with the wrong materials. I don't know. I think that if I'm out and I don't plan ahead, then it kind of like puts me at a disadvantage because I might miss something. I might not have the right lens to capture something.
Okay, but then it's also again forcing you to be creative with
Yeah.
what you have.
Yeah, but I don't like surprises.
So then you also like when you're going out shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So you mostly plan your shoots rather than the spontaneity of just, I'm gonna be out.
Yeah, I mean, it depends because I guess I do some street photography too, so I always tend to keep my camera on me. At least one camera on me, my film camera, that's my fun camera.
Oh, we have to talk about film.
I stick with a 28 millimeter lens typically, so you get wide and you get a little bit of everything. But say like I'm only stuck with the 28 millimeter, I can't zoom if I see something in the distance or want to catch something above without missing too much detail. So I miss those opportunities if I'm just walking around with the 28 millimeter. As opposed to having my zoom lens on me or something.
Well, I'm going to take this moment to welcome those who have just joined in with this interview. We have Jasmine Taylor. She's a San Diego-based landscape and nature photographer. And a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by the Black Female Landscape and Nature Photographers Group. And we have on our website some cute little gift items during this holiday time. So as Jasmine just showed, there is the stickers, and we also have magnets that you can put like on your refrigerator or wherever else a magnet may go, highlighting our beautiful, 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 right there, our logo. We have keychains, okay? Put the keychain on your keys or wherever else. Hang it from your rearview mirror or from your ears. And one other thing that we have, Black Female Landscape Photographer earrings. And we also have, was that the stickers, a magnet? And yeah, the sticker, which we also have. So when you're out and about in nature, put the sticker on your thermos, put the sticker on your shirt, put the sticker, all of this. So you can find these items on the Black Female Landscape and Nature Photographers website under Shop and Merchandise. So that's a word from our sponsor. We will now continue with the interview.
I like your sponsorship voice.
Thank you. I try. Some of y'all know me, and y'all know me. But some of you who don't know me, you're getting ready to know me. Okay, so next, if money wasn't an issue, where would your dream location to photograph be?
Honestly, I just want to do a world tour. I don't want to do a world tour. Like, I need to go to Japan. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to go to Japan. I need to go to Tokyo. I want to see the architecture lit up at night. I want to be in the middle of like a crosswalk when everybody's like, it's like a sea of people crossing at once. Like I have all these visions. I need to get out. I actually wanted to go to Japan last year. I was supposed to go September 2020, but we know what happened there. So that dream got put off, but hopefully next year. I know they're still kind of strict, and I think they're just starting to open up countries in Asia as of this month. So I don't know, maybe next year I'll make it. I want to go like all over Africa.
Really?
All over Africa.
If money wasn't the issue, I'm rolling with her.
Like, I need to do a tour of
Should
Africa.
my bags be ready?
I need at least like 2-3 weeks in Africa, and we need to bounce from country to country. Definitely.
Could you imagine?
We gotta do a Europe trip in there somewhere. I need to travel the world, and I think what's inspired that whole like need to travel and see the world is, of course, being in the Navy. It's just like that kind of opened my eyes up beyond my view of the United States. Like I got to experience life in other places, see other cultures, eat other food. And like since then I have this need, desire, and now being a photographer, it's like I need to take my camera with me to like capture these things.
I know, that's the part. It's like when you have the opportunity or you have been these places and then, you know, it's like, oh, wow, you know, I'm really pushing my craft. Gosh, I want to go back because when I was there, I didn't have the camera or I wasn't deep into it as I wanted to be at the time. But so speaking of said issue of that year of that we all don't want to talk about, it's like Beetlejuice. Nobody want to say the year. How has that year affected you in your photography?
Well, so I just finished my photography degree in May.
Okay.
But you know, I was going to school in person. I just got back into film photography actually January last year. And after, like a couple months, school was shut down in March 2020. Mm-hmm. I was just starting to get the hang of shooting with film again, was getting into the dark room. Like my prints were starting to come out again. I was feeling good.
The smell of the chemicals in the dark room.
Feeling good. I was also doing an editorial and advertising class, and then everything just shifted online. No more dark room, no more critiques with your classmates. Everything was Zoom. So like I didn't have my classmates there to push me, and that like having that creative energy in the room, like that makes such a huge difference.
And having critiques.
Exactly. And having your teacher over your shoulder being like, you should not think you should do this one, not that one. Just like that real time feedback.
So without that, do you feel like right now that your photography isn't the level that you want it to be? Or did it force you to be even more self-driven to reach a higher level?
In some ways, it made me more like critical of my work. In good and bad ways, because I feel like we can be our own worst enemies and our toughest critics when it comes to being an artist, of course. Mm-hmm. So like I've learned to look at it or ask myself, okay, like how would somebody else feel about this if I were to show them this? What feedback would they give me? Is this my best shot? Like what could I have changed in the moment? So, because that's what we would do to critique. Like, oh, I would have shot it this way. What were your settings? Mm-hmm. Like thinking about where I messed up or where I could have improved. Mm-hmm. So it's that constant like thing that I can't get rid of now. Even more so that I've had the experience in school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you like the idea of having like some type of a critiquing type session?
Yeah.
With your peers?
Mm-hmm, definitely. I would love that. Because I feel like, especially in the social media age, it's like it's always like likes, comments, positivity. But it's like I don't need somebody to sit up here and kiss my ass. Like I need honesty. I need honesty because that's how we grow. And I've been trying to, I guess, connect with people who want to, but it's so hard through social media to get that. So hey, I'm looking for critique buddies. If you want to critique my work, I'll critique your work. I can be honest with you. We can get better and grow together. I'm all for that because I value that, and I think that's how we grow.
It is, because, even way back when I started and being in the dark room and just way back, we had that critiquing and matting the image that you thought and having the whole class and, people speaking honestly about it, and that teaches you, it's like you learn, and you grow. So it is difficult when you don't have that interaction, because it's one thing to be on Zoom or like an IG live, you don't get that true energy as you would get when you're in the classroom.
Yeah.
And to see somebody's like true facial expression. Because like right now, we looking cute. Anyway, we're going to take this moment and also have another word from our sponsor, Black Female Landscape and Nature Photographers.
Here's the shirt.
So, here's a shirt. If you're not aware that Black Female Landscape and Nature Photographers has t-shirts, small, medium, large, extra large, or special sizes that may suit your needs, reach out. We have them on the website available. And this is the season for giving. Give the gift of a Black Female Landscape and Nature Photographer t-shirt to those that are into this beautiful platform. Hey, this is something right here. See?
Let's talk about the material though. It's soft. It fits well. Let me see. Let's see what it's made of. I don't know what it's made of, but it's really soft. I can't say that about it. I took it through the washer dryer once. It survived. That's a big deal. It's not like a one-time wear thing. You can wear it multiple times and it survives.
Coordinated with a headband.
Of course, look at the design though in the middle of that. It's beautiful.
You see the woman? You see the mountains, the water, the sunset? Right here. So, thank you. And reach out to Black Female Landscape and Nature Photographers on Instagram, on Twitter, the Facebook private group, and the website. There you will find a lot of information about the group. We will now continue with our interview with the landscape and nature photographer, Jasmine Taylor.
I'm done with you.
Could you imagine if I would have bought the darn champagne?
Oh my gosh, this would turn to something else.
This is a meal without any champagne. What has been your most challenging shoot?
My most challenging shoot. I'd say that all of studio lighting kicked my ass. If I had to say
Studio lighting?
Yes.
Okay, so
lighting.
what about like landscape?
No, landscape is fun.
So
because
you haven't had any challenging landscape or being outdoors shoot?
To me, it's just I'm still learning. Like I feel like I'm still. It's a learning process. So like I'd say maybe the thing I want to get better at is probably astrophotography. I need more experience in astrophotography for sure, especially when it comes to like finding a focus point in the dark. Like that's a skill I need to acquire. But like,
Look at you.
yeah, that's probably the most challenging as far as like being out shooting. But other than that, like I take being outside with the camera as a moment to capture what I can, and if not, then just learn from there. But I enjoy it.
Okay. All right.
But like I said, studio lighting kicked my ass.
Who and what inspires you to create and explore?
Who inspires me? My grandma.
Grandma!
Yeah, my grandma. And that's the reason I'm in photography to begin with, because of her. And she's been my ride or die since day one, not only getting me into photography, but it's just like no matter what I've gone through or done, she's always been my supporter. She's never given up on me. She always has words of encouragement. So like that's my bestie and my writer. So she inspires me to keep going, keep creating.
So you have moments where you're like, I can't do this.
Yeah. All the time, yeah. Yeah.
Being your own worst critic.
Yeah, I do.
Slap your hand, lady. Thank you. No,
But I do. I'm so tough on myself, and that's just. But she brings me back up. That's why I have grandma. She brings me back up.
Yes, that's grandmamas. Grandmamas is for that.
But she definitely inspires me to keep going and keep creating.
Good, grandma. Thank you.
Yeah.
She won't give up. Since we are winding down in said year 2 of said issues, what is your goal for 2022? Your photography goal?
Honestly, I want to connect and create with more Black female photographers. I do. Anytime I'm out, I'm always introducing myself to other creatives, especially when I see Black women with cameras. Like, you have to go and say hi because it's like, hey, unicorn.
I love that. Unicorns!
Hey, unicorn. So I want to definitely create and collaborate with more. I think that'd be awesome. I want to do more traveling. That's really all I want, because photography is healing for me. It's my fun, and I would love to share that love and fun of it with somebody else who gets it, who's a Black woman like me.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
So that's the goal.
Let's make this happen.
Because there's only so many of us. Like, we have to build up.
Unicorns. We're unicorns.
We are.
Okay, so we're going to get into the subject of gear. How are we on time? Oh, we're doing good. Before I get on the subject of gear, please make sure, toss your questions in the comments section, because towards the end of this interview, we will be taking your questions and asking Jasmine Taylor. All right, so make sure you do that. Do your questions. Okay, let's talk about gear. Now, we're not going to ask her what type of camera she's using, because, somebody that we know that's watching is trying to take her on that scene. But aside from the obvious camera gear, what is one item you must have when you're out capturing images?
My earbuds. My music. I had to have my music.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'll just be walking around in my own zone, like listening to hip hop, capturing sunsets. That's what I do.
Nice.
So it's like my time to just be to myself and my music in my zone and create.
I like that.
So yeah, music definitely inspires the shoots.
Okay. Let's talk about more gear. Do you have a favorite backpack?
There's this Lower Pro backpack like I use. You've seen it, I'm sure.
But they haven't.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't seen it.
Okay. It's
a lot of people
like,
be asking, what kind of backpack, what kind of this, that, and the other.
And I use it mainly because I could use it like when I travel.
Okay.
It's your typical like backpack, like school size backpack. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I could fit my 13-inch laptop in it. I could fit 2 cameras. It has a separate compartment on the bottom where I could put like lenses, and it's padded, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's weatherproofed. I don't know. It's my go-to backpack for everything. I could fit a Wacom tablet, pens, stylus, my SD cards,
Okay.
wipes, everything I need in it. So it's my go-to.
So, okay.
For when I'm traveling.
Now, you said it was a low pro.
Yeah, lower pro. And then I have like a couple of just, plain camera bags I could just sling over my shoulder, one camera, and go.
But your everyday is a lower pro?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Any special color?
Black. Black with everything, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta think of it from a fashion standpoint too.
I know.
Yeah.
I went to a camera store and I was looking for a bag. I'm like, I'm looking for a bag that I can use as a purse as well.
Yeah.
And he was trying to show me this bag. I'm like, man, look at me. This is woman. I don't want. Anyway, I digress. Let's back to the interview.
You just brought up a good point. Like, if anybody knows of any good, I don't know, brands that sell cute.
Yeah, because like this
bags.
one, this brown one, I know it's off camera. I can't get it right now.
Yeah.
But it works great as like a purse and a camera bag.
Okay.
But it's also brown because I didn't want to have the
right. But I need like cute.
Right.
Like cute.
Because there was
like it might be a camera bag, it might not be, but I do have my camera and it's protected. Like I'm all about aesthetics and fashion. So if you know of any like fashionable, if that's a thing, otherwise you might have like an idea here. So just saying.
Yeah. I've taken and went to like a thrift store.
Yeah.
And got like I repurposed a designer bag that was in a thrift store. And my hunt was for it can be a designer bag that I can use for a meeting, but fit my DSLR.
Oh yeah, I have this Ivy Park messenger bag. You've probably seen that too. But I use it as a camera bag too.
Yeah.
So yeah, but still, if there were some specifically made for cameras that are fashionable.
I think there was a site. I think this lady had created camera bag purses, but for me, it doesn't work for me because I'd be outside and I'm gonna put that darn bag on the ground. So, but the meeting one, that's how I went to a thrift store. Okay. We're back to our interview. With you shooting, a lot of us when we're out shooting landscape and what have you, we are on our feet for hours. A lot of people that go out and they're hiking and stuff. Do you have a favorite pair of shoes that you can wear all day that are comfortable when you're out capturing?
Nike Air Max.
Nike, we need sponsorship.
Yeah, Nike Air Max for sure. Photography is a sport, especially landscape photography. Okay.
Yes, your feet got to be comfortable. We have more people chimed in.
Exactly.
And you guys are going to have to, just take a look at this interview that's going to be posted on our Instagram page. Back to the interview. All right. Do you do any like cold weather?
I tend to avoid the cold. I'm a California girl.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to it. If you get me outside, I got a North Face or 2 in the back of my closet.
Any other gear that you recommend?
As far as what?
Camera gear. Like when you're out, not necessarily camera gear, but like you went to Hawaii and you made sure like when you're out you had your earbuds, you have your favorite brand of backpack, but since she doesn't do cold weather, she's not going to tell us anything about like gloves or stuff like that.
I'm Californian.
Okay, never mind. Your favorite sunglasses?
Ray-Bans. But any other gear. So when I'm in Hawaii, for instance, I made sure I had my wide angle lens. I shoot on a crop sensor, so like I had my 10 to 18. Okay. And then I have my zoom. It was like 18 to 135, and then I brought a 24 millimeter.
So you're in Hawaii and it's hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's like 80, 85. It's perfect.
All right. So what kept you? I mean, because for me, I don't care if it's hot or 32 degrees. It's like I'm gonna have my backpack and whatever. Yeah. Did you carry certain stuff where you weren't overheated?
Like I'm in like a bikini top and in shorts. It's Hawaii.
Okay.
It's Hawaii.
All right.
I don't have to be formal photographer on vacation. So yeah, I guess it just depends. Yeah, if I'm on vacation.
Okay, so let's talk about vacation.
Yeah.
I was in a conversation with Keisha earlier, and we were talking about vacations. And like for me, going on vacation is like photography vacation.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
You know, so what's the outside of our meetup? What's the earliest that you like to get? Are you a sunrise person or a sunset person? Let me put it that way.
I'm a sunset person.
Okay.
The earliest I gotten up for the shoot, honestly, was for Glamis. We went to Glamis because we were up at like 4. I think, 3.
We were in the car
I
on the
don't know.
road
See?
at 3.
Yeah, see, I don't even know when I woke up. All I know was I had like 2 hours of sleep the night before, and we were in the car. And even when we got to Glamis after a couple hours on the road, it was still dark. So.
We'll talk about our next.
But on vacation, I caught one sunrise, and I probably had to be up at like 5:30. And it kind of hurt my soul, but I did it anyway because photography. So I'll make the sacrifice. It was Hawaii, so I had to get at least one in. And I am willing to go back to Glamis for another sunrise. I can say that. So it's worth the shot. I can't say that, honestly.
And you know, it's like even for astrophotography, for getting the Milky Way, there were times where when I'm plotting and I'm like, oh, the Milky Way is just going to be right where I need it at 3 a.m. Did y'all see her face? That was such an automatic eye roll.
My face be giving me away.
And so it's like, okay, so I went to sleep for a few hours. That's a lie. It was maybe an hour. And then it's like up, and the Milky Way was like, hi. I was like, hey, let's do this.
And that's what energizes her. That's your coffee. That's her coffee right there.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go into advice. We have, those who joined us or watching. Thank you. And again, please feel free to add your questions because when we get to the end of this interview, we will be pulling your questions from the comments section. All right, advice time. Before we get into advice, let's have another word from our sponsor, Black Female Landscape and Nature Photographers. No, we're going to talk about the Save the Date.
Okay. Oh.
Save the Date! We had our first Black Female Landscape Nature Photographers on location meetup in San Diego in this past September. And Jasmine was one of the participants. Yeah. And so, our next one is Rifle, Colorado in July 2022. July, I think, 14th through 18th. Check the website. The information or the dates are right there. The information has not been posted as far as the details, but we do have the location and the dates locked in. Rifle, Colorado. Okay, back to the interview. It's going to be always... I'm back. What advice would you give someone who's just getting started with landscape and nature photography?
Get a wide angle lens. Go wide or go home. Like, that's what I had to learn. You have to go wide. That's basically it. And get filters. Get plenty of filters. Get your polarizing filters, UV filters, ND filters, all the filters. Because those make hell of a difference. Especially depending on the time of day. Because, the sun, it could be your friend or your enemy. And those filters make a difference. I tend to keep a polarizing filter on.
What brand filters do you use?
I can't even tell you, girl.
Okay.
I can't even tell you.
Filter companies. We need sponsors. Holler at us, please.
We need filters.
We need filters.
So.
We're outside. Let's do business. Back to Jasmine.
But yeah, plug for filters, plug for wide angle lenses, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing other women of color or people of color, what does it mean to you to see others that you can identify with that make up a very, 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 did I say very, very, very small percentage in this genre show up and be seen? What does that mean to you?
Oh, to be seen. It means everything. It's the reason why I'm here. It's the reason why I post my work online. As much as I hate, I talk shit about social media all the time. But it's like, if I don't show my work, nobody will know I'm here. If I'm not making noise, then how will we ever be seen? So understanding like what we're doing and what the waves we're trying to create can only be made bigger if you're sharing and promoting our work. Like, understand that we are this many against this many white men. Let's just go say it. Mainly white men who run this industry, and it's powerful for what we're trying to do. So if you see us here, you see our work and what we do, a little bit goes a long way.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any additional words or anything else you want to say to our viewers that are chimed in, and for those that will be taking a look at the interview later?
Well, I'm just happy that you guys are curious to figure out who I am, because I don't show my face on this app very often. I like to put the work out there and let it speak for itself. I'm kind of like in the background, like, yeah, take that. Look at that, that's pretty. But it's nice to be able to like show you guys my face. I have personality, I'm a real person. I love photography, I love what I do, and that's why I'm here. That's why like she and I get along, and she was really able to open my eyes up to things I hadn't seen here in SoCal, and I've been here since 2012.
We're not even on
I've been here since 2012, but she opened my eyes to like at least like 5 different like climates, like between here and like 2 hours out. So there's so much here to explore, and that's why I'm here, and because we share that love for exploring and the world around us in common. So
I had to get her out.
Just know I have the same illness you all have, and that is, this vision that won't leave us.
We're unicorns.
Yeah, we're unicorns.
The unicorns are coming together, strength in numbers.
Exactly.
you know you're going to play in the snow this winter.
Okay. I guess so.
Cold weather gear.
I don't have a choice. I have no choice, so I'm just going to say yes.
All right, so I don't see any comments coming up. We have our people that are here. So without those comments, we will be bringing this interview to a close. But I want to remind everybody, check out the website. The link is in our description up here on the Instagram page. We also have our Facebook group, which is a private group, so that even more things, not to say that we don't want everybody, but sometimes when the women get together, we say things that everybody can't relate with. Yeah, men just can't sit up here and tell us. But,
Wait, let's read Keisha's question aloud.
We don't need to read her question aloud.
KeishaHolmes.photo. When are you making that transition to Sony? Ooh. When I get $7,000 to buy that camera. Man, let's get into that one. So I got to shoot on a Sony A7, and let me just tell you, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I shot some beautiful images. I actually have a couple posted on my page right now. It's at the Coronado Bridge. It's a series of 3. There's a black and white Coronado Bridge, and then there's one where there's like a boat with some books on it, and then the one next to that, I think it's the Coronado Bridge in the background, but in front there's a fence with locks on it. Beautiful. So, I mean, hey.
You shot that with the Sony?
Yeah, I did shoot it with the Sony, so I don't know. I'm still shopping, Keisha, so we'll see. We are gonna have to bring it to Angela winter if that happens, but you know.
Next question. Stephanie, New England girl, says, awesome to meet you.
Hi, Stephanie.
And Deb says, hi there. Have you ever tried lens ball photography?
No, I need the description what lens ball.
I have the.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, those are so cool. I have like 2 of them.
And I think like the balls are like, I've seen them for $10 on Amazon, and they like to do that a lot here because we have all the bridges and beaches. So I've seen a lot of cool shots using those. I had to get that. I had to try that out.
Yeah, it's fun to do.
That'd be fun.
It's just an added thing in the bag. So, because I have one that's like that big. I like my balls big.
Okay.
No champagne.
But no, I'm gonna have to order me a lens ball. That's for sure. So I can try that out. You just gave me an idea.
David says, really nice to see all that you are doing. I don't see too many of us doing landscape photography. David is also a landscape photographer, and his work is
amazing.
Yes.
I'm a fan.
Yes. So David, I'm not even going to make the announcement, but Cheryl, Sony is the best. All right, Cheryl. Where my Canon people?
I don't know. You might be outnumbered right now. But I'm currently a Canon person, so.
Deb says, check out my page if you like.
Okay, I got
she
you.
has a lot of the lens ball photography.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Stuff is really pretty. Cool.
You just gave me a project.
Yeah, I think the lens ball would really be a great thing because Canon cameras pick out the reflections and the details so well in the lens ball photography.
Oh, David Hardy says Nikon and Fujifilm.
All right, David.
Yeah, I had a Fujifilm once. I do like Fujifilm. I've seen what is it, the XT? I like how they use like a classic, body, but it's like their mirrorless are really beautiful. So I've been looking at those too.
I know photography is just like.
It's all about like the look.
Do I'm gonna eat this week or buy that lens.
I like eating, so that's why I haven't. That's why I haven't upgraded yet.
See, Keisha right now, like I'm gonna send her some food so that she can get to Sony. Cheryl says, I live in Oklahoma. Ooh, storm chasing. And I have not found any black landscape photographers.
Come to Colorado.
Yeah, we have a lot of things coming up. We were busy, getting the website, our merchandise, organizing the meetup. The meetup that's happening in July of 2022 will satisfy people who don't want to hike. So we'll have like the adventure group and the sightseeing group. And we're really looking forward to having that, getting more of us together, bonding and just having a good time. And, like even what Jazz had said, where we're critiquing and, the t-shirt.
Just being unicorns together.
Yes, thank you.
Cheryl, if you want to come be unicorns with us in San Diego, even we got you.
Yes. But Oklahoma, I need to come and do some storm chasing right there in Oklahoma. When is tornado season? Is it in Oklahoma? No, it's in Kansas. Anyway, I digress. All right, everybody. So, gosh, we did good. It's like 10 minutes to 6. So thank you all for chiming in. Again, this interview will be posted on... all right, Deb.
Her Sony.
I use a Sony DSC 300.
I'm getting a lens ball
for close-up moonshots and my Samsung cell phone for my lens ball photos. Come join the lens ball crowd.
Okay, phone photography. I do a little iPhone photography here and there too.
Whenever it's like
boom, boom, boom.
I'm not gonna say the amount of cameras that I use. But again, thank you all. Check our website. Hit it up, go through it, reach out to us, connect with us through all of our social media. And our YouTube. This video will be on our YouTube channel as well. Cheryl, I was in Colorado in 2016 and 17. It is a beautiful place too. We are in the middle of the storm seasons. The clouds are cool.
You better go. You better go.
See, this is why I got a bunch of pictures I don't get to.
Oh yeah.
People be feeding my. But yeah, we also have our YouTube channel where we'll be having the interviews posted on the YouTube channel. We're going to have on our YouTube channel, please follow us, where we'll also be having tips and tricks. A lot of stuff coming there. We have been busy this year getting things organized because the more of us being outside and being able to share our expertise and our knowledge, we have all levels, supporting each other. That's what we're here for. So thank you all for chiming in and meeting Jasmine Taylor. Yes. And we will be connecting with you. Oh, wait a minute. Got another question.
Are we ever? I need to visit NYC more.
Are you ever in NYC area? We will be.
I need to be. I mean, if I need to be, let me know.
Don't play. We will be. Girl,
let me know when. Let us know when.
Send us an email. Say, hey, this is where I live. I want to get on the list of the on location for our meetups. Yes.
NYC sounds like a great time.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
The nightlight art. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes. see, this is why I have it.
You have your storm chasing, and then we can get like architecture in NYC.
Oh, there's a whole lot of stuff to do in NYC.
Oh yes.
And you gotta get your little touristy spots, but I always like to go
Definitely.
off of the beaten path and get stuff that everybody's not posting.
Oh yeah.
But that's
Mm-hmm.
It went away. Anywho, all right, everybody, thank you. Oh, New England.
Okay.
Stop.
We just gotta have to get a list going.
But we do. We have a list, and we even mentioned it on our Facebook group as well. For people who are in areas, and if you're interested in us coming there to visit, let us know so that we can work with you and coordinate, the visit. When we had ours in San Diego, here's the thing about our on locations. You can sleep when you get home.
Yeah.
You can sleep when you're at home. So we have the agenda that covers a lot of different areas. We're not in one spot the whole 3 or 4 days. We're up and going. We're hitting sunrises, we're hitting sunsets, and a lot of stuff in between. We do eat. You may get, 4 hours of sleep, maybe, or 2. The thing about when you are out capturing images, it's hard to pull away when all the conditions are there. And you're like, we got to get up at 2, and right now it's about 10 by the time we drive back to the hotel.
But it's worth it.
Right.
It's worth it.
It is.
Yeah.
And so for those of you who are, the NYC, the New England, Oklahoma, please, you can message us right here in Instagram. You can shoot us an email. There is on our website. You can put that on the website, sending us a message. We're in a lot of places. We've been busy this year. So let us know that, hey, I want you guys to do a meetup here, and we will work with you to, create the agenda. A lot of the effort won't be on you because that's what we're here for. And we will have things going. Oh, there's Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
Deb says, true, I love adventures. And, we don't want to deter people in thinking that, like if you visit my page, I'm one of those adventure people. I will go hike up to 10,000 feet elevation to dance with clouds. Not a problem. But for our meetups, we now have it where it's the adventure group and it's like the sightseeing group, so that everyone has, a way where we're all coming together, because everyone's not trying to hike up, or a mountain climb so that they can capture a certain image. So please, again, hit us up. You can use their Instagram page. You can also message us on Instagram. Check out the website, merchandise, right there too. But let us know, because that would be something, you live there. There may be places in your city that you wanted to go, but you're like, I don't have anybody to go with. I would really love to go in such and such park, but I'm by myself and I don't want to go. We'll go.
Relatable.
We'll go. We'll go. So again, thank you. Thank you all for giving us, where is the next meetup? Tanya, I'm not even going to respond to that question because it's on the website and we put it in the Facebook group too. I know she's probably like, I know where it is. I'm just asking for people who's watching. I know where it is. So Rifle, Colorado, July. It's awesome. Natalie, she is NG Wilderness Photography. I think that's her page. She is in Rifle. So we've connected with her. and we're working on the agenda. We have the dates, and it's just thinking about it. I'm having a visual gasm. I'm having a visual gasm.
Visual gasm, yes.
Visual gasm.
You need that on a shirt. Visual gasm.
Ah, shirt. Make note. All right. So we are getting ready to end this interview. We are, what is Colorado? I love that place. So we're like just 5 minutes short of it being 6 o'clock. Thank you all for chiming in. We have another interview next Friday, and we will be announcing that photographer soon. I think this weekend. Just have to reach out to the photographer and all of that, get it all scheduled. They know it's coming. And you know who you are because you're watching. All right, on that note, that's it.
Thank you for tuning in, and nice meeting you all.
Peace. La 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 la. Dee 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 dee.